Why, hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from beyond the binary. You join me for more Death Stranding. And last time we left off, we were preemptively given the task to make our way over to Port Knot City, and then on a subsequent delivery take some other goods to Lake Knot City, which will see us having to traverse a lake. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can get our hands on some... oh, I can do something over here with the equipment. There was a exclamation mark. What can I do? Change color scheme? Oh, for the cap. I see. Right. I'm happy to leave that as is. Yeah, so presumably we're going to have to get a boat in order to sail across a lake at some point. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, we do have a new mission to go and accept. So we're going to go grab that now. Let's turn around, leave private room. We were able to save our bicycle, our trike, after the horrific incident involving the river. Thank God. Another vision? Or another memory, should I say?
Take a look. This is what the world looked like.
Gondwana was an ancient...
Millions of years ago. It was just one big continent. And do you know what this is?
That's the moon.
The moon. I'll show you the real thing soon. I promise. The whole wide world will be yours to explore. You'll be able to go wherever you want. Even the moon.
Okay. I'm none the wiser as to how we can piece that together. My understanding is Mads is... Oh, a path you laid down was used by someone else? A path I laid down? Does that mean bridge or does that mean something else? Can I view that in here somewhere? Data, mail, supply requests. I did say we would read the mail at the beginning of this episode. Let's do that now before we set off, because if not, I will forget. So let's begin with the oldest email from Benjamin Hancock. Carcom condition and your porter grades. How's BB doing, Sam? Hope you've managed to avoid autotoxemia altogether. By the way, I've been wondering, how are your porter grades these days? Getting better and better, I imagine. Or maybe you don't really care about that stuff. Well, in case you do, I thought I might give you a quick primer, since I know it can be confusing. Bridges has developed a unique system to evaluate porter performance, and it focuses on 5 categories: cargo condition, delivery volume, speed, bridge link, and miscellaneous. Obviously, the aim of the game is to get high grades in all 5 categories. If you ask me, you should prioritize cargo condition. I mean, what's the point of lugging something halfway across the continent if it's smashed to bits in the process? Sure, some people aren't all that bothered. Some will even let you get away with up to 50% damage or so, but come on, I imagine if you ordered a dozen thingamajigs and half of them were delivered broken. No, it's definitely better to put condition first. Treat your cargo with care and respect and you'll be rewarded with way more likes. Trust me. That was my motto back when I was a porter. It wasn't always easy, as you can imagine. Sometimes things got dicey, but I learned to hang in there and deliver my cargo in one piece. You'd do well to bear that in mind, Sam. After all, you've got the potential to be a way better porter than I ever was. I love the little emojis as well. It might seem like a silly little thing, but it's a way of humanizing these characters. And, you know, in our modern world, I feel like it's way more immersive to have such human dialogue. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm talking to a computer. Nick Easton, still alive, new guy. Sam, how you doing out there? For a newbie, you're quite the workhorse, huh? Timefall's probably taking its toll on your equipment, am I right? Maybe some of your kit's not even usable anymore. Well, don't jump the gun and throw that stuff away just yet. One thing you could do is take your old equipment to a delivery terminal and recycle it. You can then fabricate yourself a shiny new whatever to use instead. Don't know if you're aware, but the whole recycling system is operated by the Bridget Strand Foundation. That's right, the president herself set it up as a means to convert busted tools and gear back into usable resources. On the other hand, if your equipment's only halfway to broke, but you want to part ways, you could use a share locker to donate it to another porter whose need is greater than yours. You may well end up getting a like or two for your generosity. Never mind the warm, fuzzy feeling of having helped your fellow man. Of course, the system works both ways, meaning you can snag stuff other porters have put in their share lockers too, if you're the one who could do with a helping hand. Anyway, both the recycling system and the share lockers have their uses. It's up to you to pick which method best suits your needs at any given moment. You've still got a lot to learn, I guess, but you'll have it all figured out in no time. I've got high hopes for you, kid. Thank you, Nick. Very kind of you. Benjamin, how about taking a break in the private room? You've been working hard, Sam. Your porter grade ought to go through the roof if you keep this up. I wonder, though, how your BB's doing. Even if you're feeling fine, it might be a good idea to give the little guy a break from time to time. I don't know. Can't help but empathize with BB, so I guess maybe because I'd be one too if my last name began with a B, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, did they assign it on surname basis? But of course, Benjamin H, I see. Good joke, Ben. Yeah, head down to one of those underground facilities, private rooms, I mean, and take a load off. That's my advice. Your BB will thank you for it. Hey, see you around, Sam. Thank you, Ben. Jake Wind Farm. Our hard work is paying off. Dear Sam, I wonder where you are right now. If it's somewhere powered by our wind farm, if anyone should be benefiting from our work, it's you. Until you brought us into the network, we could only provide power to a small region. Now we can send it all to the big cities and beyond. I'm still not 100% on the details, but basically, transmitting it via the beach means we don't suffer any additional loss due to increased distances, so it can go as far as we need it to. Good thing we kept the faith in the second expedition and kept this place properly maintained. You made our efforts worthwhile. We can't thank you enough. Back to Nick again. Delivery volume and your porter grades. How are your porter grades these days, Sam? I'm sure you're aware that trying to account for all 5 factors is the basic premise, but if you're anything like me, you just want to deliver as much delivery volume as you can. Am I right? If so, you could always just load yourself up with a massive haul and aim for a Bridges bonus for total cargo weight. Nothing wrong with the simple approach. Okay, right. So having a big weight will give us not a multiplier, but an additional benefit. A bonus. Okay. Of course, in the good old days, it was easier. Roads were much better back then. All you had to do was chuck all your stuff in the back of a truck and go for a drive. Can't do that now, though. Even if you've got a truck, they're usually more trouble than they're worth. Hell, sometimes you'll see them just sitting on the side of the road, locked and abandoned. Anyway, on the bright side, since lugging big loads of cargo is so hard these days, folks are really grateful when a porter manages it, hence the bonuses. Here at the distro center, for example, we have to make sure we've got plenty of food and materials in stock, which means we have to make every delivery count. I dread to think what would happen if we ran out of supplies. Oh, and how about this for some extra motivation? I've found that my obsession with delivery volume has actually made me stronger and able to carry even more. Well, I've said my piece, and now you know how to make yourself popular around these parts. Stack your cargo high. I believe I've already seen that. When we ranked up, we gained an additional 5 kilos of cargo capacity. So, cool. Thank you, Nick. And then finally, Benjamin H. I want you to look for some lost cargo. Test order. You're doing very well, Sam. Doing very well, Sam Bridges. I guess I should expect nothing less from the great deliverer, though. Yeah, I've heard the stories. Rumor is that you're a big Half-Life fan. Once we were united, but now we're being scattered all over. But that's why we've got to keep working, right? Anyway, listen, I've got a favor to ask. I want you to find some lost cargo for me. You know the river to the north of the distribution center west of Capital Knot City? Just follow it northeast from the center, and you should find what you're looking for. It's a cube, so it ought to be easy to spot. You've probably never seen anything like it before, so I wouldn't blame you for being leery, but it's not dangerous. It's really, really important to me. Important as life itself. If you manage to find the cube, it'd be great if you could take it to the distribution center west of Capital Knot City. I'll chuck a bunch of likes your way in exchange, of course, plus a little something extra too. You're the only one who can help me, Sam. I'm counting on you. So, the river to the north of the distribution center west of Capital Knot. Okay, follow it northeast from the center, and you should find it what you're looking for. Okay, hold on. So let's go to the map, and let's see if we can follow this. So there's the distribution center, and it wants me to follow the river to the northeast. So am I looking up here somewhere? I will place a marker there, there, and there. I don't know if it's going to... Oh, and I'm on here. I don't know if it's going to be right at the mouth as it goes into the sea. But that is sort of what we're doing, right? Follow it northeast. I'm following it northeast. And we're looking for a cube of some sort. Yeah, we can check that out. We can check that out for you. One other thing that I do need to do, is to go back to data. We've got some new memory chip info, which is the God of War soundtrack. There it is. Hold on. Wait here 1 second. Thank you for bearing with me. Boom! There it is. Man of my word, I love the God of War soundtrack. So, strange to see it in a game. Cool. God of War was the 2005 action game that made use of the imagery and themes of ancient Greece. Many titles were subsequently released in the series, with the most recent 2018's God of War proving to be a true return to form, featuring an all-new story and settings which range from Greece to Scandinavia. Listening to this soundtrack is sure to provide a wind beneath the wings of your imagination, carrying you away to the world of the gods for another epic adventure. Now, it's funny it says that, because I listen to my vinyl records over at my little hobby desk in the corner of my office when I'm painting my my miniatures. So it does help me spur my imagination, coincidentally. So yeah, not far from the truth there on the memory chip. Moving on over to the interviews, we've got a few things in here. Humanity's biggest problem, logistics. Who? Die Hardman. When? 5 years ago. War and famine have been inescapable parts of human life since the rise of our species. And while the fall of America hasn't changed this fundamental truth, it's fair to say that these issues aren't pressing concerns. Can you remember the last time you heard of a prepper dying of starvation? Much less someone in a not city. No one's fighting over water or oil or anything else, which isn't to say that people don't occasionally run out of supplies. But that's almost never because of a real shortage. It's usually a problem with logistics. In fact, it was to address such problems that the president created bridges and developed the chiral network. So yeah, no one's that desperate. Everyone's got enough for themselves, which is what's led to the real problem. It's all too easy for people to become isolated from one another and eventually forget that others even exist. People are free to live for themselves, for the moment, without a care for the future. The president understood this better than anyone, and I know just how much it pained her. And going back to sort of the social commentary that the game is presenting forth here, it's incredible that this released in a pre-pandemic world. Not that this wasn't already something which we were feeling as a race before 2020, because we were, and this game is a testament to that, because clearly that was the inspiration, I would assume, behind why it's such a driving factor in this world. I, as a home worker, working from home almost every single day, I never need to leave my home to work. I feel that. I feel that pull of, I don't know if passivity is the right word to use, but I lack an impetus most of the time to engage in doing things outside of the home. I've recently been making strides to meet up with a friend to play a spot of tennis. My friends and I try to meet up at least once a month to play games. Admittedly, that is indoors. We're just playing Warhammer or Magic the Gathering or something. It's so important to break free of that isolation that so many of us feel. And I feel like now more than ever, due to the rise of working from home, the ease of which you can have things delivered to your house. I could wax lyrical about this for quite some time, but my local high street, which is essentially our shopping centre where I live in the UK, has fallen into disrepair in recent years, with I think more than 40% of the premises being up for lease. They're no longer in use. It is a ghost town. Because 10, 20 years ago, if you wanted something, food, clothes, whatever, you name it. Yeah, there'd be some places you could go online, sure, but for the most part, you had to make the trip. Nowadays, I can get everything delivered to my door, often cheaper than you can buy it in store, which doesn't help with that isolation that, again, so many of us feel, because there's that lack of impetus for me to go and visit a store to buy a new t-shirt or a new jacket, or even to buy food. It's often cheaper for me to order it online. Anyway, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I just want you to know that I'm engaging with the story, and I'm having thoughts about my life as I engage with it. Chiral contaminate. You know what? After all of that, I think we deserve a little sip. Cheers, everyone. I've got some Pepsi Max Cherry to sup upon today. Delicious. Chiral contamination. Hartman, 3 years ago. Chiral contamination is the result of prolonged exposure to chiral radiation, which is emitted by chiralia, a substance discovered at the same time as the beach. Prolonged exposure can significantly impact physical and mental health. The effects are not dissimilar to those observed in individuals exposed to extremely high levels of stress levels, which can be fatal even. Such traumatic experiences can alter hormonal secretions, impair immune response, contribute to heart failure, and and induce strokes. The most common symptom of chiral contamination is poor sleep quality due to vivid nightmares. If left unchecked, however, it can quickly progress to a more advanced stage in which the aforementioned issues may be observed. The potential impact on an individual's mental health cannot be understated. The resulting hormonal imbalances frequently lead to heightened destructive impulses towards the self and others. Those dominated by such urges are named homo-demons, the mad ones. Right, which we kind of figured out because I googled what demons would have meant. In the case of some porters, such as mules, impaired memory and judgment has led them to develop an irrational obsession with their profession, hence the Homo Gestalt moniker. While it should be feasible and preferable for most individuals to avoid chiral contamination, at all costs, there are those with a demonstrated resistance who need not be so cautious. I speak, of course, of Doom's sufferers. This just goes back to what we were being told about in the last episode about how sperm and eggs are being manipulated with chiral matter. I queried then, I said, is that not going to have any adverse effects on the quality of those eggs and sperm? What will that do to the children once they're being born? Maybe they want them to become contaminated. Maybe that's why bridge babies can have that connection. It goes beyond just having a bond with the mother who is brain dead. And maybe it's something more. The chiral contamination that the babies are wrought with is what allows them to then bridge the gap between our world and the beach. Moving on, the discovery of beaches and the concept of death. Okay, Hartman, with the discovery of the beach, the fundamental truth of death was upended. I doubt you will find many who would deny this. Alas, we can say little with confidence in any objective or scientific capacity, for our understanding of this new realm remains in its infancy and is ever evolving, much like our understanding of the universe as a whole. Perhaps the closest thing we have to a working explanation of the beach relates to the conception of a multiverse, but I digress. The beach is arguably both a concept and a reality. A discrete beach is influenced by the mind of the associated individual and therefore linked to them irrevocably. This is why we have so energetically pursued the psychological, psychoanalytical, and neuroscientific angles when attempting to create a unified theory of the death stranding, the beach, and related phenomena. There was a fad a while back in which subjects underwent counseling in order to learn more about their beaches, and in so doing gain a greater understanding of the nature of death. Doom's sufferers in particular provided excellent opportunities for study. An interesting theoretical question arose during that period. If a person's beach was a product of their consciousness, might animals have beaches as well? A conundrum on the surface perhaps, but one quickly resolved. Only human corpses undergo necrosis and become BTs, which proves somewhat conclusively that only a human can possess a beach. And yet this begs another question. If all that is required is consciousness akin to that of a human, could an AI have a beach? An android? I, for one, do not believe so. Why? Because the function of our beaches is to connect the worlds of the living and the dead. If an entity was never born, has not truly lived, and will never know death, surely it cannot have a beach. So this raises a question for me then. We see Amelie on the beach, our beach. So is it because we are... I was going to say, is it because we're related? But we're not. We're not related. She's my adoptive sister. And Bridget was my adoptive mother. So maybe this does go beyond just the idea of familial connection. And maybe, I mean, obviously I'm not denying that they're not family. Sorry, blood connection. I misspoke. It goes beyond just a blood connection, and maybe it is a self-imposed familial connection. Because we saw her as our sister, we see her there. I'm racking my brain about the whole blue suit thing that happened with her, but I can't really elaborate further without any more information. The conception of a multiverse. That's curious to me. Egyptian mummies, pyramids, etc. Hartman, 3 years ago. At what point can it be said that man truly understood what it meant to die? It would seem reasonable to suggest that it was when he began to bury his dead, a practice which originated with the Neanderthals. In a way, one might say our growing understanding of death drove our development as a species. Our fear of it, our attempts to conquer it, why it could be argued our entire history revolves around these obsessions. Take the Great Pyramids of Egypt or the tombs of the ancient emperors of China. The more powerful the person, the bigger and grander their final resting place. Or, to posit a more radical theory, could the very concepts of power and society themselves have emerged solely to facilitate the creation of such monuments, such challenges to the finality of death? Either way, in leaving behind something they hoped might endure through the ages, the builders of these edifices believed they too might live on forever. The mummies of the Egyptians are another means by which man sought to fulfill this desire to escape the finality of death. They were created that the spiritual self, the Ka, would have a physical vessel, or Ha, to which it could return. The Soku Shinbutsu, or mummified monks of Buddhism, are similar in this respect. However, the monks in question aimed to transition straight from life to Buddhahood, in other words, to forgo death altogether. But now that the beach has brought us into direct contact with the world beyond, our relationship with death must further evolve. The next stage in our understanding is upon us. And then we've got two more we can read. Corals of the Seam and Cryptobiotes. The Corals of the Seam, 3 years ago. Hartman. Life began in the oceans, and as it evolved, it graduated to the land. At least, this is what was believed until recently. To creatures of the sea, the land is a harsh and unforgiving place. Given this, what could possibly have compelled these organisms to make such a drastic transition? Consider that fossils of the first fish to adapt themselves to land have been found in regions with unusually large tidal range. Could it be that these creatures developed legs in order to move more swiftly, to more swiftly return to the safety of the sea when stranded? Could their evolutionary leap have been triggered by this traumatic experience? If so, could similar circumstances have shaped the evolution of the coral-like organisms that inhabit the seam, and driven them to develop an ability to live between life and death, between time and timelessness? Coral is, after all, older than any organism of the land, and hardy enough to have weathered the mass extinction of 540 million years ago, and it is a life form upon which many other organisms rely for survival. Bearing all of this in mind, could one argue that the ability to survive in the seam is indicative of a profound evolutionary leap? Very intriguing. I'm wondering now then if our ability to bridge the gap between here and the beach and the discovery of the beach is maybe related to this in some way? Was it an evolutionary leap that we went through due to a traumatic experience? Someone's trauma allowed them to unlock the power of chiralium and connect to the beach in some way? I don't know. Let's move on. Cryptobiotes. Who? Fragile. 2 years ago. We called these bugs cryptobiotes. They were recorded in reference books and databases back before the Death Stranding, but nobody ever thought to give them a proper classification. So cryptobiotes they stayed. They're named for the process of cryptobiosis, which means hidden life. When environmental conditions get too harsh or resources too scarce, cryptobiotes can shut down their metabolic, and enter an almost death-like state in order to survive. Tardigrades are sleeping chironomids, and capable of this too. But cryptobiotes are on a whole other level. They can survive anything and anywhere, even on the beach or in the sea, and they aren't capable of prolonging only their own lives. Humans who eat them acquire a limited resistance to timefall too. You won't find them lying around just anywhere though. Oh, there we go. You need to know where to look. Not many people even know they existed until recently, so next to no research has been done, but now that their beneficial properties have been recognized, I'm willing to bet they'll play an important role in helping us to understand the beach, the death stranding, and everything else. And with that, we're done. 26 minutes into the episode, and I think we've just about got there. So I'm going to have another sip of the old Pepsi. Cheers, everyone. And then we're going to go and accept this quest. Here we go. Activate terminal. I will add, by the way, that yes, we've got the notes. I will probably tidy these up and chuck in some images to accompany these soon. Because I don't, at the minute, I don't feel the need to make notes on things that are written in here. But I probably will at some point, just so I can search it easily. Because right now, if I wanted to search for any of these, I can't do it in my notes app. But I should remember where they were in here if I ever need to double check something. But I will probably make notes on these for ease of access later. I'm not going to worry about doing that now because we've got limited time to record. Let's get playing. So, activate terminal. Let us, why does it want me to rest in private room? Why am I getting a, exclamation mark there? I don't know. Oh, is it because I didn't drink to restore my stamina? Hold on. Let me very quickly go and have some drink. And shower and just sort of, because I didn't do this last time, did I? Sorry, let me quickly do this. This shouldn't take me too long. And then we will depart. Mail receipt. We've got multiple new bits of mail. Okay, we will very quickly read those then. Sorry. I know, I thought we were done, but then more came in. Nick Easton, a weird glowing object in Capital Knot City. Hey Sam, have you heard the latest rumors out of Capital Knot? People have been seeing some kind of weird glowing thing up on the rooftops near the isolation ward. Seems it's a car, the part of a human that doesn't return into a BT. That's what people are saying anyway. Apparently they were a common sight back in the old days, back before the Stranding. I mean, story goes that they were lost souls wandering around. One of my pals tried to go take a closer look, see what's next, but he couldn't find anything. I'm sure you could do better if you put your mind to it though, right? So we want to try and find a weird glowing object, that being the car of someone near the isolation ward. Okay. And then Ben with the meaning of chirality. Go on then. Let's have a read and then we can finally begin. Sorry, Sam. Oh no. Dear Sam, sorry you had to go to the trouble of chasing down that part for us, but believe me, you've done us a great service. Thanks to you, our chiral printer's finally up and running. Didn't think it would ever happen, if I'm honest. But it did. And now we don't have to rely on porters as much as before. We can make a lot of what we require with our printer, and if we need intel on the outside world, it's right there at our fingertips. On behalf of myself and everybody else here at the Distro Center, thanks. None of this would have been possible without you. Funny story. The other day I was using the network to read up on the word chiral and where it comes from. Turns out it's Greek, means hand. Bet you didn't know that, did you? The text went on about how your right hand is a mirror image of your left, but only if you put your palms together. If you point them away and lay one hand on top of another, well, that's chirality. That's how I understood it anyhow. What it's got to do with the network, I'm not really sure. Something about routing communications through the beach, which is basically another world like ours, but not really. So when you force elements of the two into contact, that triggers a void out. Anyway, all I know is that while I hope you keep on doing what you do to, let me read that again. All I know is that while I hope you keep on doing what you do to bring us together, you'd best leave the dead out of it. You hear? We got there, guys. We got there. The reading is over for now. No doubt it will come back soon, though. So let's have a little sippy of these delicious drinks. We'll probably rapidly drink them. We'll skip. Drink, skip. Drink, skip. There we go. And then I think before we leave, I will probably go and have one more shower. Maybe I'll even use the toilet. I'd like to have a look at a ride with Norman Reedus AMC advert, please. There it is. That's so sick. I honestly thought that was the sound of him farting. It took me like 2 seconds to realize it was a motorcycle revving. Oh, blimey. Okay. I think now we're ready to go. Oh!
That should suffice. Glad to see everything's in good working order.
Thanks, man.
The latest in our line of EX grenades. I give you the number 2. As you may have surmised, this model was produced with various extracts refined from your fecal matter. We suspect that your regular consumption of cryptobiotes has led you to excrete certain compounds that may prove especially effective against BTs.
Amazing.
If you would like us to produce more, you need only furnish us with the requisite raw materials via your private room's toilet. I look forward to your feedback.
Something that I don't think I've really taken the time to sort of shout out is the quality of the writing. I think it's fantastic. Like, did that man, Hartman, just now talking about digging into my shit to make a grenade? It's like Shakespeare. Modern Shakespeare. Okay. Oh, sorry. I think I understand what the meter is on the left now. It's my boots, isn't it? It's the quality of my boots. I'm guessing I can change that here before I move out. Let's do that now. So, fabricate equipment, Bridges boots. How many do I require? 1 for now. I believe I'm carrying 1. So confirm that. Fabricate equipment. And then I want to put on footwear. There we go. Fantastic. And then where did the old ones go? Not carried. So I can grab that. Place in private locker. And I can try to recycle those maybe. And then we'll save. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Happy with that. Fine. Now we can finally take on orders. Orders for Sam. Aid package to Port Knot City. Listen to briefing. Oh, listen to briefing. Am I pressing the right? I don't think there's a briefing unless my control is. I don't think there's a briefing. I thought maybe there was a bug there. Okay. We're delivering this to Victor Frank. Deliver an aid package from Capital Knot City to Port Knot City, then connect the latter to the chiral network. The package contains medicine, frozen sperm and eggs, and a recently completed anti-BT weapon. This will not be an easy delivery, but Port Knot City is counting on you. I will accept. Thank you. Here we go.
That's a transfusion bag containing blood drawn from you.
Great.
While equipped, it'll gradually replenish yours.
Okay, so I can fabricate these if I want to. If you are carrying multiple blood bags, a new bag will automatically be switched in as soon as the current one is emptied. Right, so we can just transfuse blood into us if we lose health at any point. Okay.
Sam, this is our first attempt at developing an anti-BT weapon.
Okay.
I had to work fast with what we had, so they're basically modified hand grenades. At least, that's how they're meant to function. They've never actually been tested in the field. Who knows? You might be the first person to kill a BT. And wouldn't that be something? But, even if they do work, don't forget that they're fueled by your blood. Use too much, and you'll give yourself anemia.
It's strange verbiage used, isn't it? Kill a BT. If a BT is a beached thing, and a beached thing is... If the heart is the body and the car is the soul, How I'm killing the soul of somebody, which is pretty grim. I can see that it uses the blood. I should have read that out loud. Sorry. The grenade uses your blood. But if you've got blood bags, it will take the blood from the blood bag first. Right. So I don't really know what I want to do here. I think we'll definitely make a single PCC. Yeah, we'll make one PCC. We'll make so when it says supplies 2, I'm gonna be receiving 2. I've got 2 anyway. Okay, I'll make one PCC then. That'll be it for me. If we're gonna be receiving 2 grenades and 2 blood bags, then we'll just do that. Load all onto back. There we go.
To help you get comfortable with your weapons, we've set up a firing range. It's the perfect place to familiarize yourself with new equipment or brush up on your marksmanship.
Okay.
You can access the range at any time via a delivery terminal. We've also added an order to encourage you to practice with your new weapon. Better to learn how to use it in a safe environment than when your life is at stake, am I right?
Sure. Yep.
Hard work pays off in the end.
Is this going to be in some virtual environment, though? Or am I going to be using my actual grenades here? Hang on tool rack. Place in utility pouch. Place in utility pouch. PCC, we will hang from the tool rack as well. And then we'll auto-arrange cargo just in case I did anything poorly. And then we will confirm. Head out? Head out. Let's do it. I know I can try and use my grenade in the firing range, but I think I can hold left trigger and hit right trigger.
Order assigned.
Feel free to quote me on that when I inevitably get absolutely mullered by by a bunch of BTs.
Have a pleasant journey.
Okay. We've got a long journey to go on here. And part of me is really curious about the potential. Oh god, I've got like no battery on this, have I? That's annoying. Is there one on the map? Has someone built a generator? Ranked orders. To participate in the rankings and compare your performance to that of other players, take on a ranked order or attempt a drill at the firing range when these events are available. Your final ranking will be determined at the end of the event, and you will receive banners and medals to display on your bridge link screen depending on your performance. The rewards you receive will depend on your ranking. Your ranking will be affected by other players' results. Okay. I hope people aren't cheating. That's all I will say. Right. Do we have a generator out here? I can see a post box, a sign, a post box there, a bridge. I'm looking for a generator, and I don't see one. I might have to go make one outside of the city, because this is not going to last me long. I know we built 2 generators, one outside the way station, and one just outside the distro center. I will also attempt to put more cargo on my bike. I didn't really care for it last time because we were doing a very quick delivery, but considering the length of our journey today, I definitely want to try and load up the bike with loads more stuff. Okay. So, let's dismount. Oh. I did not mean to jump. Let's dismount. And then I will need to go and get my PCC. And then I would like to try and build a generator. Perfect. And we will do that here, if possible. Can I move it here? Yes, perfect. Build there. Now, I am 1 PCC short. Maybe there'll be one in this terminal? I keep jumping. I can't help it. There might... Structure menu. No, this is all going wrong. Activate terminal. Hold down X. I'm there. I'm down. Sorry. This is given to us by Spike Shot with a beautiful image of Ryan Gosling from La La Land. Amazing. I am dreading the day I see something borderline pornographic I will have to blur it out. Share locker. Nothing I can claim here. Okay, I'm looking for a PCC.
The paths we walk become roads, Sam. See the tracks you left behind? They tell a story. If you were a spy on a mission, you'd have failed. But you're not. So be proud of those tracks. They're proof that you exist. Keep leaving that proof. Let people know you're out there. Give them the courage to come together again. As you expand the network and aid your fellow Americans, you strengthen the bonds between us all and blaze a trail for them to follow.
I know I give Die Hardman a lot of grief. That was a lovely bit of dialogue. Look at those footprints, Sam. If you were a spy on a mission, you'd have failed. I wonder if that's sort of like a subtle wink wink nudge nudge about Kojima's past and having created Metal Gear Solid. Oh, sorry, no, I wanted to load up on cargo. Let me do that again. Sorry. Open cargo menu. Right, so let's put the anti-BT weapons on the trike. And then the other anti-BT weapons on the trike as well. And I'm guessing I can't do any more? Oh, I can. Oh, I'll do the other one then as well. Aid medicine pack. There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do very quickly, I'm going to go blow my nose because I think I'm going to sneeze. But let's see. Can I do a seamless cut? 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Hopefully I edited that well. Just to prove that I did go the shirts off. Yeah, ever since the beginning of the... Well, 5 minutes into this recording, I had a little something going on in the nose, and I thought, oh, now I'm going to sneeze. Hopefully, I don't need to go BRB again. Hay fever is the problem, folks. I've got my windows wide open, and hay fever has been playing havoc on me. Okay. We're back, and we're rejuvenated. So, I think I will leave that be. I'm pretty happy with that. That's lowered our weight considerably. I do wonder if that will affect the trike in any way. But it shouldn't do, because obviously that weight would have been on me anyway, so... You do not have the number of items required. Well, I do, but they're on there. So I can take those off of there if I need to. Let's get on the trike. And let's go, go, go! So yeah, in a pinch now, if I need to, I can just get off the bike and I can run fairly easily if I need to. Now, what I'm tempted to do... Oh. Sam.
Having dooms gives you advantages most folks don't have. But as capable as you are, you're also a member of Bridges now. An organization filled with experts in a whole variety of fields, all of whom are ready and willing to help. The team is here for you, Sam. All you have to do is ask. Got it?
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you. I really do feel the togetherness of me and my team. Like, I know I kind of, again, I poke fun at Die Hardman for contacting me so frequently, but I don't know, I like the connection. I like the connectivity of that, and having his voice be this, I don't know, touchstone, this familiarity that I can have in this unfamiliar, inhospitable world. Like, I can't tell you how reassuring it is for me as the player when I hear his dulcet tones come through the radio. Yeah, sorry, to verbalize what I want to do. We were given that information about there maybe being this cube at the top of the river. So I figured... No way is that it. There's something over there. Oh no, it's my marker, isn't it? My D marker. Sorry, I'm focused on the horizon as opposed to the obstacles in front of me. Don't worry, I'm not going to go over the water. Okay. We know that there is a cube-shaped item somewhere around here that we need to deliver to the distribution center. But I can't see it. Way station west of Capital Knot City, that won't be it. No. What is this down here? Oh, is this something that another player has left behind? That looks like a massive fuel tank. I'm not going to touch that with a barge pole. Right, let's go over to the bridge. And I know we're meant to be going to Port Knot City. But just while I'm in this general area, I would like to inquire. Oh, that's not good. What the hell is this? Can I jump out? Hold on. Hold. Oh, there we go. I honest to God thought that was it. I did not think we were going to be able to get out of there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I thought I just saw like a flash of gold light. Is that it there? That green? Yeah, is that it? There's something hidden down here. What is that? What is this? And what is this being pinged behind me? Oh, it's the, oh shit. Run back, Sam. It's mules, isn't it? I'm near mules territory. I completely forgot myself there. Okay, let's cross. I'm gonna try and look a little bit further up the river. And we're looking for a cube. Right, and the thing I saw, that gold flash of light, was someone's urine mushroom. Okay. I thought I'd stumbled upon a secret because it didn't come up with an on-screen prompt to say something was there. The only thing that denoted that there might have been something there was the, that sort of flash of gold. I'm losing faith in maybe if we'll find this cube up here. I wondered if it maybe became a shore, again, close to the mouth of the river. Oh. Oh. It's now a good time to reveal that I've not passed my driving test. And then we've got a load of chiral crystals over here. We may as well harvest them. Yeah, we may as well. They don't weigh much at all, so we may as well. Back up. 53. God, these are... Oh, they're bountiful. 53, 55. 109? 122? Oh my god. We have found some chiral crystals that were maybe like 13 CG total. So getting one worth 122 is crazy. Okay, let's head up over here. And if it's not over here, then we'll have to make our way out from the way station. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. See, this is the sort of thing where I imagine one of you watching the video on YouTube knows where the cube is, and I may have looked at it. Like maybe in the flurry of all of these other on-screen prompts, I've actually seen the cube, but I didn't. I just didn't fully notice it. I'm looking for something that is bound for the way station. Not way station, sorry, the distribution center. But all of these are the way station, which is not what I want. We can leave it. We can leave it, and we can return to this at a later date. There's no rush, I don't think. Yeah. I could try and cross the river here, which should be possible. Let's see. Yeah, we can go over here. I really don't want to give up because I feel like this is I don't know, gonna burden me for the rest of my playthrough in remembering that I never went to get this damned cube. So I'm going to assume, from what we've seen, let me quickly come here and recharge my batteries, that it must be along this strand here, because it did say to follow it to the northeast. and that would be following it to the northeast. But maybe it's not as far up as I'm expecting it to be. I'm expecting it to have drifted all the way to the end of the river. It does say online sign here. Is that maybe denoting where I'm meant to be going? Eros Paradox? Maybe. Maybe that's exactly what that is. Let's go see. And then this should give me a speed boost if I go past it, right? Oh, I think you have to maybe touch the sign to get the speed boost. But when we were playing in the last episode, we went through one of those, and it was like hitting the speed ramps in Mario Kart, which was a bit of a surprise. I do wonder if I've missed another button. Like, if I do have a boost. I really feel like I remember reading there's a boost button. Okay, they put the sign down for here, but there's no cube. No cube. Ah, okay. While I'm here, what's up here? This looks like a little cave. No. Just some interesting rocks. Okay. Never mind then. We'll make our way, in that case, over to Port Knot City. And maybe this is something we'll organically find as we make our way around this region in the future. I'm already imagining that maybe one of the final quests of the game will be to go from east to west, or west to east. Like we managed to make our way to Armley, and then we have to do one big delivery all the way back to Capital Knot City. I mean, looking at the scope of the map, like I've just traveled here really easily, but like that was the first big quest for me, was to make my way to the way station. But now it's just another thing I do. And even making my way down to the distribution center is no longer as fraught with peril, because I don't think we're going to be as affected by time falls or mules, thanks to our brand new trike. Like, I really do feel like this has eased my ability to traverse the world to a degree that I didn't think it would be able to. Like, I thought that it would come with limitations, like, oh, you can only use it for 5 minutes and then the battery dies. But it's got a good battery life. So there is a mule here. I'm just going to drive past them. I don't think they possess ranged weaponry. Horrifying, but ultimately inconsequential. It can't touch me. I'm too fast. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, no doubt there'll come a time where they can, I don't know. Oh, I'm going to grab this. Nice. We'll take that over to the distribution center. We're headed in that direction, so we may as well. Okay, and there should be a bridge just down here that I constructed the other day, so I'm not too worried. We are heading into what feels like a timefall area. I didn't want those resin anyway. Oh! What's happened? What's happened? Is that because of the... Oh, God. Okay. Well, time to find out if I'm able to drive through a BT area, or if that's going to prove to be difficult for me. There is some cargo here, but it's destined for Capital Knot City, and I can't really go there right now. That would be going back all the way I came. I'm really tempted to just pedal to the metal, and see if I can blast my way through here. That is really risky, because I don't know how it's going to go, but it's that or I lose the bike. I'm going to try and skirt the edges of this area. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay. That's not good. Oh no, my bike! What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? Oh, quick! Hematic grenade? No! Oh my god! Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Behind me? I'm at my grenades. I might have grenades. Oh, I've got more. I've got more. Where's it gone? One more, one more. Is it dead?
Simply incredible. For the first time in history, a human being has defeated a BT. Were you not a repatriate, I doubt it would have been possible. Not only does contact with your fluids pose no risk of triggering a void out, but in much the same way as your car is rejected by the beach, your blood can be used to expel BTs from our world and return them to the other side.
Come on.
You've given us hope, Sam. Perhaps we may yet be saved.
All in a day's work, buddy. All in a day's work. I can't lie, though. All I can think about is the durability of my packages. These have got a long way to go. Are they okay? Look at all the fish. Look at all the fish. Honestly, guys, that was absolutely incredible. Okay, let's unequip. I can't get over what just happened. Let's carry all of these on back, and we'll double check their durability in just a second. Let's re-add these onto the bike. So, there we go. Aid, sperm, and eggs. Container damage 12, damage 2. That's not great. Aid, medicine pack, anti-BT, and then anti-BT. I mean, considering what just happened to me, I don't think that's too bad. Like, all things considered, I feel like we've not done a bad job there. Oh my god. That was awesome.
Okay.
And hey, I had confidence in myself. I don't need to go through the shooting range. It worked out, didn't it? Whew, blimey. I tell you, that got the heart pumping. Well and truly. Okay. I feel like I'm now getting a post-adrenaline surge. My heart is racing. Forgotten what you're meant to be doing? Check them. I know what I'm meant to be doing. Hey, I know what I've got to do, guys. I'm on it. I'm going to go and make this delivery to the distribution center. I've got some lost cargo for them. It gives me an opportunity to charge my bike. And then we will be making our way over to Port Knot City. Oh my god. I'm going to be riding that high for quite a while. Guys, that was awesome. Okay, so leave you here. Oh, leave you here. I'm going to quickly run indoors. I probably should wash all of the BT gunk off of me, but I'm fearful of what might happen to the bike with all of the cargo. Like, I don't know if it will stay on the bike if I were to go into the private room to rest up. Okay. So, access terminal. Make delivery. Deliver lost cargo. Small medical instrument. There we go. My phone vibrating. What is that? It's Discord. Never mind.
Back, are you?
I'm back.
Trying to put the rest of us to shame. Fine by me.
Deliver lost cargo. Right, so this is our first slightly damaged delivery. We've not had this problem before. Oh, we got the 4 stars. Distribution Center Westo Capital Lot City has provided the following new hologram data. Benjamin Hancock. New interview data, chiral contamination 2, and BTs are reaching out to us. And an increase of 360. 360. And a whole bunch of new materials. Fantastic. And what's that going to do with my stars? Miscellaneous up to 19? 20, sorry. And I'm an expert handler. More successful deliveries will earn you greater trust and respect. You've reached miscellaneous grade 20. You will now receive more likes. Fantastic.
Bye, Sam.
Hi, Sam. I'm guessing I can recycle my used grenades as well. I'm going to try and do that before we leave. Recycle. Oh.
By handing over excess materials to a facility, you can increase the amount stored on site. Now, these materials can then be used later for equipment fabrication and so forth. Just remember that each facility has separate stores and that the amount on hand differs from site to site. Don't get carried away.
Sure. I will hand over my used hematic grenade. Recycle. Awesome. I don't think I've got anything else that I want to get rid of. One of my blood bags is nearly empty, but it's not, so I'm not going to get rid of it. Yeah, we could also recycle the chiral crystals and put them on the cargo shelf. Yeah, I don't see why not. We could use them later. Let's give them 250, and then we will confirm that. Boop, boop.
Thank you for your continued support.
Ah, that was pretty cool. Hey, Mum. Right, take on orders. Do we have anything which is bound for Port Knot City? No. Do we have any standard orders for Port Knot City? No. The only one we've got is urgent delivery of emergency fuel, but that would require me to carry 120 kilos. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that right now. I want to get to Port Knot City. That's the plan for today. So, I think what we'll do is we'll make 1 PCC before I leave. Oh, number owned. Oh, because I've got them in private storage. Oh, let me go get that out of there then. So private locker, PCC, and we will carry that on back. That way, just in case we need something. To build something later, like a bridge maybe, or more than likely a generator or a mailbox, we can do so. Okay, let's head back up here.
Have a pleasant journey.
Have a pleasant journey.
Keep on, safe travels.
Keep on keeping on. I'm going to say that every single time. I'm sorry. I hate to be a pain in the ass, but it's fun to say. Cans. A hologram of a can will appear wherever you or other players are resting. Resting near a can will increase the speed at which Sam recovers. The more players that rest in a given spot, the bigger the can will grow. Let's see. Right. So because I daren't go to my private quarters to shower, because I don't know what would have happened to the cargo, I'm now covered in BT chiral gunk. How am I going to get down here to Port Knot City? To me... Jesus Christ. This might not be for the bike, you know? This might not be a trip to be done with the trike. It's not, is it? We're not going to want to go on the trike. Bloody hell. To me, we want to do something like here to here to here and sort of like follow this crest. I don't then this is just a sheer cliff. Look at that. I don't know what to do with that. We can maybe try and come up here and then come down like that. And then go to Port Knot City like that. If I'm doing that, though, I would want more ladders. And I do think I've got some more in storage. Let me go back. Now that I've seen the route I need to take, I think it's probably better for me to go and get some climbing anchors. I am going to have to carry that on my back, though. I can't take the trike. I could try and take it for as far as it will take me. But I fear that I've only got one trike. And I don't really want to lose my trike. Because I tried to climb up a hill. Right, activate terminal. Let's have a look. Private locker. Do we have any more ladders? No, we've got one on me. Okay, in that case, let's go to fabricate. We will make 3 ladders. Confirm. Fabricate. Load all. Confirm. I think we've got 1 climbing anchor on me, which should be enough. Okay. I'm gonna throw caution to the wind, and I'm gonna try and take the trike with me as far as it will go. Because presumably at some point I can just leave it there, and then if I want to, I can go back and retrieve it. Although that might be a bit difficult, I think it's going to be easier for me to travel over to that area with the trike. I think I know what I'm doing. And when I say I think, what I mean is I don't know what I'm doing. But I'd like to pretend that I do. So come with me. I believe we're starting off on that side of the river. Yep, come on in. Let's go. We've got a full charge on the bike. So the hope is we can just follow this round to Port Knot City. So it's around here we want to go off-road. And, oh my god, look how big it is. Like, that is a sheer cliff. I don't think my bike abides by the... Oh no, timeful. Oh, for God's sake. I should have made more hematic grenades. Oh no. Okay, I'm just going to try and shuffle my way up here. Oh, hello. Didn't see that rock there. We might be okay, actually. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was going to say I don't think the bike will abide by Skyrim horse physics, but so far, I tell you what, it's not bad. Oh, there we go. We're up. Okay, now this is where things are looking... Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's go back. I'm going to try and come down here. I do not like that we're entering BT territory. Considering I've used all of my hematic grenades already on that previous encounter, I feel really scared entering an encounter, especially when I'm... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna abandon the bike. I have to. I can't sneak through an area with a bike. Okay, so... Open cargo menu. Move to back, move to back, move to back, move to back. Auto arrange cargo. We are at 100 kilos on our back. This is probably not my smartest moment. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You can click in the right stick to change your view from whether you're looking over the right shoulder or the left shoulder. That's really handy, actually. God, that would be such a good feature in other third-person games. It's so useful here because, of course, we need to see where the Odra deck is pointing. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna try and continue climbing up here. I am a little bit sad about the trike, but it was a worthwhile sacrifice. Like, I could have tried driving through here and killing another BT, which, don't worry, I will hopefully, again, pontificate a little bit more about the fact that the BT possessed the form of some sort of alien sea creature. Now, I know we've seen beached whales on the beach, and then we see all of the fishies on the land post Timefall. There's got to be a deeper significance there, a deeper meaning, a deeper bit of symbolism. Okay, so far this hasn't gone too badly. I'm going to guess, because there's abandoned cargo over here, that this is a road frequently traveled by other porters, other players. So I'm going to try my best to follow suit. Coincidentally, this does follow not too far away from the path I plotted. My path is a little bit further up. It's going to be very difficult for me to do that. I'm going to try and climb up this section here, though, which I feel like is maybe a bit risky, but I think we should be fine. I've noticed that crouching obviously lowers our center of gravity, which is making it way easier to turn without having to worry about shifting our weight around. This is going to be a potential deep drop. Oh! I'm guessing that Sam's suit is augmented with some sort of cybernetics, because if I think if I were to land a jump like that with over 100 kilos on my back, I would die. My kneecaps would shatter into 1,000 pieces. I think we've threaded the needle relatively effectively here. And we're now about to now about to leave, Freudian slip, the boundary of what we've connected so far. The reason I'm climbing up on these rocks, despite them being a bit slippery, is the Odradek can see something over there, presumably near the grass. Oh! It is freaking out about something just over there. I'm just going to continue walking. Come on. Think we're okay? There's something else ahead of me? Oh no! I really thought we'd left BT area. I didn't think we were going to be running into any more. I do have an idea. I think we abandon that route, and now I want to go from here to here, and then try and climb my way up over this ridge, like so. And then when I get to that A5 marker, I will go back and see if there's something else we can do. And my hope is I can just skirt along the back edge here. Slow and steady wins the race. There's no rush. I'm not going to be able to pick up any of these packages. I'm already at 100 kilos. I can maybe grab a couple bits and pieces here and there, but I don't want to. Okay. I'm going to leave crouch for a second. Oh. Re-entering crouch. Oh. I think we're going to be okay to go over here. Holding my breath. Releasing now. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Climb. Okay. I'm really hoping we leave this timeful area soon. Damaged reverse trike. My sweet baby. Okay. I think we might be leaving it. Standing up. Ugh, that was really wet. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's not try that again. I saw how slick it was and I thought, I'll be fine. I should have scanned it. I mean, it looks fine. I'm guessing it's because of the timefall. My bad. Okay. Again. There we go. Good job, Sam. Well done. And again. And again. And again. Okay, the Odra deck. Come on. Come on. God, that is satisfying. Okay, we want to move fast. Not because we're being chased, but I'm just worried about the durability and the condition now of my parcels and packages. The reason I'm crouching isn't for stealth, it's just to make sure that I can balance over these rocks. He's standing up now. Yep, I should not have done that. I should have stayed crouched. There we go. Okay. Now, once we get to A5, I can take a look at our surroundings and try and figure out and plot the best way to get down to Port Knot City. Turn left. Oh! Wow. God, that's quite emotional. The music kicking in at that view. Wow. But now the question of how the hell do I get down here? This is incredible. Okay, let's get out a climbing anchor. That might be our best friend here. Gotta be really careful. I don't want to slip down the side. What a gorgeous song as well, hey? Okay. Let's get out one of our climbing anchors. I'll place it there. And I'll begin to climb down. I think we'll be able to make it to this next ledge. Release rope. Sam. Bloody hell, that was close. Okay, one more climbing anchor. I feel like I'm having a euphoric experience right now, guys. I didn't know I could feel so emotionally invested in going to a grubby old port city in a post-apocalyptic world. But I feel like I've really accomplished something, as silly as that sounds. I feel like I've really succeeded here. I feel like a legendary porter. And if this is how I feel now, how am I going to feel when we get to Armley? On the west coast. Like, look at that view. God damn. Okay, let's go. Now, gotta be careful. We don't want to run too fast here, because we'll fall over. A gentle jog, that will do. That's the stuff, guys. That's the stuff. I love that it's so easy to get there now. Just this wide open field. God, I wish I had my trike for this. I'm gonna have to see if they ever released a full-on Death Stranding album on vinyl record. We are here for you. Ah. Port, not city. 51,000 inhabitants. Add +1 to that tally. Sam Porter Bridges has arrived. Before I go in, let's look where we came from. Isn't that incredible? Specifically, not to cut into the audio too much, specifically directly ahead of us. Bloody hell. You can tell I was enjoying it because I've been leaning forwards for the past 20 minutes. So I could feel closer to the action. And there it is. Bridges HQ. It'd be really embarrassing if after all of this is when I fell over. And sustained lots of damage to my cargo. before anything horrible happens, let's get in here. Because I feel like poor Sam's losing a lot of his durability here. His physical durability.
All clear. Welcome, Sam.
I think that deserves a victory sip of Pepsi. Activate terminal. We did it, guys. Make delivery, deliver requested cargo. Now, will we get an S rank? They've definitely sustained some outer damage. There's a little bit of interior damage. Is that going to be enough to remove the S rank potential?
You, the porter, the one-man army sent to do the work of a team. You and your 2 feet to fill all them boots. Cargo's in perfect condition. I won't lie, that's some feat.
Get in. So does that mean S rank? Look, cargo damage percentage. 2%, 3%. Is that enough? Come on. Keep the clean streak going. I'm going to guess 5,000. Oh, I'm way off. 10,000? No way. Huh. Not quite. Come on, S rank, please. Yeah! Come on. Asylums for the Feeling, feat Layla Ardu. The sound data can be listened to in your private room. Brilliant. Okay. Connection 1? 2? Oh, nearly 3. Surely we get some cargo condition here. Wow. 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 Go all the way to 20. Oh, okay. Oh. Yes. Come on. What do we get for having delivery volume 20? Is that going to give us another 5 kilograms? You've been awarded the title of Elite Handler. The reputation you have built is modest but growing. You can now carry more cargo. Get in.
So you here to usher us into a new chiral age or some shit?
I am indeed.
That cool?
Hell yeah, go for it. Been waiting forever today for this.
Do we hear any whispers? It's impossible for me to decipher any legible words from that. I couldn't tell what was being said. Look at that. New strand established. Port Knot City has joined the UCA. New interview data acquired. Chiral network experiments between Central and Capital 1 and 2. Mules and local porters. Timefall and power failures. And then a bunch of new things accessible. Brilliant. This area is now connected to the chiral network. Amazing.
Wait. Where'd you get that? That little guy.
Oh? Do you recognize the BB?
Same as mine. Where the hell did you get it?
Yeah, I can't really say. But the little guy, he came with the pod, if you gotta know.
And who'd you get the pod from?
Igor, from Corpse Disposal.
My little brother.
I swear to you, I thought they looked similar.
So, what? He just gave one of these to you. Why?
Oh, we're gonna be the...
with him at the end. We were moving a body. Things went to shit. There's BTs everywhere. And one of them grabbed him. So he told me to take it and run.
That's right. So what's your story? You lived through a catastrophe like that, only to keep on doing the same work? Okay.
Well, you see, I'm the protagonist of a video game called Death Stranding.
I suppose.
I have to do this.
You take good care of that little guy. He belongs with the expedition. With you.
All right.
Better if you take this with you too, I reckon.
Oh.
Can't think of anyone who could use it more.
I was really hoping it would be another trike. What is this then? Wait, hermetic grenades and blood bags? Is that what you're giving me? From the cargo shelf? I mean, I'll take more. Yeah, sure. I don't see why not. Select multiple. X, 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 X. Move to back. And then auto arrange. And then save. Fantastic.
Sam, you've done it.
Amelie!
Coordinate City is back on the grid. This community, a part of the UCA. Their data, a part of our shared wisdom. With enough time and enough chiral printers, they'll be able to build ships. And one day, the waters will be ours again. All because you led the way. Though what follows in your wake isn't always good. Any city that joins the UCA becomes a bigger target for the terrorists. But we have to accept the dangers and press on. No matter what. The rest of America is waiting, Sam. Waiting for you to take the first step and connect them to the chiral network. I know you can reach them. Make us whole again.
I wonder if there's any significance to her being golden.
One more C in the UCA, huh?
One more
So,
C.
You fixing to cross the lake and head west?
Yeah. We got a boat?
Please say yes.
No, not for years now. Terrorists took out everything bridges that floats. Only boat in town belongs to a private courier.
There is a boat.
Private courier? Don't tell me. Fragile Express?
That's the one. I already spoke with their rep. I'm having them load the boat with some of the supplies you brought us. I'll bet the folks in Lake Knot will be tickled pink to see someone come into port. Been a while, I expect. Head on down to the harbor when you're ready. It's right outside the distro center.
I hope we reunite with Fragile. Oh.
Don't worry. Port Knot never gets the rain. Feel free to rest up in your room before you head out.
I wonder why they don't get the rain, if there's any reason for that. Like, in-universe reason the port is shielded from being hit by timefall. Now, will there be any cutscene? Oh! You can refill the bags. Of course you can. That makes sense. I don't know why, but I just thought maybe the blood went off after a while. But no, yeah, it just replenishes, doesn't it?
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Sam.
Collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do... We began today with a lot of reading. I don't want to end today with a lot of reading. So I think what we'll do is save there. And then again, at the beginning of the next episode, we'll go over all of the notes, all of the emails. And then we will head on out and we'll begin our adventure and head to Lake Knot City. This might be one of my favorite episodes yet. I know it's like episode 7. I adored this. The music playing as we made our way over the crest of that hill. Incredible. And me making my way through that BT territory, killing the BT earlier in the episode, and then later navigating my way through that BT infested zone. I feel like I'm not doing too badly. So yeah, I could always increase the difficulty. We are on normal difficulty still. I don't know what you guys think in the comments. If you'd like to see me dial up the difficulty, if maybe I should have suffered and struggled more. But yeah, I'm really happy. Really, really happy with how that has gone. Hopefully, again, you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, leave a comment, drop a like, all of that good stuff. I hate saying that because I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a guy who makes videos. But yeah, if you liked it, feel free to obviously like away, drop a comment again, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think for now, I'm going to go rest my mind and my body, because my God, the adrenaline I felt amidst both of those BT encounters was sky high. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.